Hello and welcome, my friends. Happy Wednesday. Happy Valentine's Day. This is kind of an extra special angel reading. I couldn't think of a better day to embrace the unconditional love of the angels than Valentine's Day. Yeah, I know that's really a commercialized day. However, we don't have to make it a commercialized day if we don't want. Embracing and enjoying that loving energy, that's the important piece. And I couldn't think of better beings to work with than the angels when we're working with that loving energy. Now, like always, I do have the Angel Tarot. It's not a deck that I'm like, oh, this is my favorite deck. It works. I'm working on an angel deck. It's taking longer than I'd hoped. It will eventually get there. Then I do really enjoy this deck. This is the Angel Inspiration Oracle. I love the fact that it doesn't have the blurbs. I love the fact that there's a combination of archangels and then like the Angel of Forgiveness. I love that duality. And then we have the Healing with the Angels Oracle, just to remind us and give us some direction on that healing endeavor. I know there's a lot of controversy as this deck is a Dorian Virtue. However, this was a gift and a very old deck of mine, so thankfully it was pre her crash. Okay, let's get into this. Let's get into what the angels want to share. I think the important piece here is that we're focused in on the light. So we want to make sure that no matter what is happening, that we are trying to give people the benefit of the doubt, go for the high vibration rather than getting caught up in that low, caught up in those rabbit holes, if you will. There's a lot of rabbit holes right now, and it feels like there's a lot of swirliness. I don't know where it's all stemming from, but we want to make sure that we are staying as high vibrational as we possibly can so that we are able to utilize our skills and our abilities. Changes are coming. The World, 21st card in the Major Arcana. Angel of Success, partially. One of the things I hate about this deck is that they have Angel of. No, it's a lot more than that. Or here, Theft. Seven of Swords in reversal. You can't sum a card up in one word. Seven of Pentacles. And then the Hermit in reversal. Okay, so right away, we've got these double sevens. Before we even get going, we know that things are shifting on us. Things are coming to a close, whether it be a natural piece or one that we're bringing forward for ourselves. The double sevens do give us a hint on how things are going and what's happening. Sevens are a lucky number. The angels are telling us something positive is coming forward. So we're on the right track. We want to take a little bit of time now to, well, do that dance. Have that jig. Because we've been able to accomplish a lot. We've made it to this point. We've overcome a lot. We have been able to start to catch self out more on whether that be the negative self-talk, whether that be the minimizing and limiting beliefs, and starting to cut away some of that fluffy puffiness that we have as a protection. This know-how and this honestly standing in our power and really being honest with what is acceptable and what isn't those boundaries is important, because it's also teaching other people how you expect to be treated. You're not putting up with as much BS from other people. Keep that up. We need those boundaries. Boundaries for self on how we want to treat ourselves and what we're going to tolerate. And again, that toleration with how other people are treating us. There's still work to do. Seven of Pentacles. It's that work card. However, we need to get out of our head on this reflection. We need to, do this soul searching. No. We've done enough reflection. It's time to, like I said, actually do that dance. We need to put some of this reflection piece that we have, fantastic aspect of work, incorporate it and utilize it. Bring it into our everyday. Knowledge is not helpful if we don't utilize it and put action to it. The Dancer is one of the very few major arcana that is actually in movement or motion. Her and the Fool are really the only two that are supposedly moving. Even the Chariot, when you look at it, the Chariot is a movement card. However, at the point of that card, the Sphinxes aren't moving. He's not moving. We need to get up and be that active participant. Continue with what we're starting here, but be that active participant and enjoy those next steps forward. Those next steps forward, they will bring their own challenges. They will bring their own abundant areas. And we know that's coming forward because we've got the double sevens. We also know that pentacle, that hard work is there, and our hard work is paying off. The reason that the 7 is in reversal is because we've done that work. We're being more accountable. We're setting those boundaries. The reason the Hermit's in reversal is because we've done that work and we don't need to dive deep anymore. We've done that piece. It's time to move forward. Sure, in the future, we will be revisiting the Hermit, which will probably bring the 7 of Swords with it. However, for right now, we need to shift gears. We need to shift perspective. And that is an ongoing piece with life. You do one aspect, you shift, you grow, you change, you evolve, and then you find that new plateau to shake it off, learn, experience, and do it all over again. But let's look at this time and these next steps forward. Because it's one thing to say that, this is for today or next week, but these are our steps forward as we go throughout January and into March. What is that going to look like for you? What's more, what's going to support you in embracing those next steps forward? Face those challenges. I love the fact that the man passing through this, like coming forward through the bridge, you can see his guardian angel. Know that no matter what bridges you're going to cross, what challenges you're going to face, you're not alone. Your guardian angel, your guides, your supports are there. Remember to utilize your words. When we know and are accessing our supports, it's a lot easier to take that deep breath and take those steps forward. You know you're not alone. You know you've got that contingency plan, that backup, that support. That's the wrong way. Oh my God. Compassion. Yes. Compassion for others, sure. I don't think that's really what it's talking about. This is more compassion for self. Yes, it's Valentine's Day, and do we spend time focusing in on others and embracing them? Absolutely. Please don't forget that compassion and love for self. Like I said, we've gone through some work. We've gone through some challenges. Having that love for self will build you up. Having that compassion for self will support you in moving forward, because Yeah, you may not like where you're at. However, that compassion, that understanding that we have right now will help us take those steps forward. Again, really reinforcing that support system. Justice, or show justice. Very much that balance. Don't get hyper focused in on those, what's across the bridge or what's happening next or where you can go. Enjoy this journey. Enjoy what views you're going to have, what experiences, who you're going to meet along the way. Don't put those blinders on. Don't put that head down to just go and do and get to the other side. We need to enjoy this, well, walk across the bridge. Enjoy this aspect of where we're at, no matter how much we love or hate where we're at. Because the more we have that compassion, that balance where we're enjoying and dancing like no one's looking, we're going to, again, stay on that high vibration. You're going to gain more understanding, more clarity, more ability to connect in with others to support us, both on the physical and spiritual planes. So that higher vibration would really help. It also helps us to problem solve as we face those challenges, because we're not getting caught up in the reactivity or the oh my gods. We're getting caught up in, okay, this is my problem. Here are my solutions. All right, let's see what healing and guidance the angels have. And no, and I like the fact that, you know, like we have to face our challenges. There's a lot of uncertainty here. We've got a lot of fog. This doesn't have a lot of clarity because of the shining light. Well, we're not going to have the clearest view all the time. It's important to be open to taking those small steps, ensuring that you have that safety, that stability, and then taking that next step. Because again, we know we've got the supports. We know that we've got, if you will, a safety net that will help us should we stumble. Nature. Well, nature may be harder to embrace right now than normal. I know for me, in Canada, lots of snow, not a lot of growing right now. Nature is cold, and slippy, really slippy. No matter where you're at, you can connect into that natural energy, that nature energy. And you may have to think outside the box. So could be plants on the inside. So if you have house plants, could be crystals. It could just be even looking out your window, knowing, ooh, it's cold outside and slippery, may not be the safest or where I want to be right now, but connecting into it, embracing it. That way it helps to ground and stabilize you so you feel even stronger in moving forward. You don't feel as wobbly, if you will. Focus. And yeah, it's important that we focus in on, you know, that destination, that where are we going? How are we moving forward? Getting some of these pieces done, holding accountability, those boundaries. However, balance. Don't hyper-focus. Those blinders are bad. And that's what happens when we hyper-focus. We put blinders on so that all we're focusing in on is the task at hand, what's happening, where we're going, and we're missing out. We're missing out on the rainbows, the beauty, the dance. Take time to focus in on other things. Enjoy other aspects. This will naturally progress. Don't try to force it. The dancer does not move fast. She moves with grace and purpose. And that's what we need to. We need to move with grace and purpose. Listening. Please remember that yes, the angelic energy any high vibrational energy, whether that be the fae, dragons, you name it, you have to use your words. You have to ask. If you do not ask for their help, it's very unlikely that they can or will be able to help you. There is only pretty much one qualifier to that, and that's if your life is in danger and it's not one of your natural exits. They can sometimes, not always, be able to help you in that matter. Sometimes there's nothing they can do, but sometimes they are able to pull things out for you. Just remember that they are always listening and that they can always hear us, no matter if Mercury's in retrograde, if the entire universe is in retrograde. They can hear us without any problem because we're a lower vibration than they are. Just like we never have a problem listening to that ego self. We can always hear that naysaying, that low vibrational, you're in danger, we must protect, stay in box. They have no problem hearing us. And we'll always struggle more to hear them. However, that said, when we stay in that high vibrational energy, when we stay in that higher self, if you will, it's easier for us to hear them because, again, they're not bringing down their energies to meet us. We're rising our energies to meet them more efficiently. Is it where they're at? Absolutely not. There are very, very, very few people who could raise their vibration that high. Know that you don't have to. Setting intention, using your words, and being as high a vibration as you can. So that means embracing the loving energy. That means working on some of these pieces, like having compassion. Big piece, forgiveness, because that brings in that balance of self. Starting to work on those aspects can really help us to connect in, gain more of that clarity, because there's not going to be a whole heap and lot of clarity, but we have that ability to bring in more than what we are currently able to access. Know, though, that you're on the right track, that these pieces that you're putting into place make a difference. You're seeing some movement. It's time to take the dancer's hand and honestly dance like no one's looking. I want to thank you so very much for joining me and the angels today, and I hope this helps to give you some clarity and motivation to continue with what you're doing. Now, if you did like this session, not only please give me a thumbs up, it helps people find me on the sea of YouTube. Let me know how things are going. I love hearing back from you guys. I love to hear what you thought and what really resonated with you. Also, please don't forget to subscribe, as I do have a lot more content coming forward. You don't want to miss any of it. And if you're looking for an added layer of support, I do have a Ko-fi and Patreon page. I've provided links below so you can go check it out. Again, I want to thank you for joining me and the angels today, and I hope you feel more inspired and motivated to keep on trekking and dance like no one's looking. Until tomorrow, my friends.